Hello everyone! So I have been loving the Q&A videos lately, and do you know what? We're going for a third one today, so I hope you're enjoying them too. Today it is my random Q&A because I haven't come up with a better name for it yet, but the title might be better than this or it might not be, who knows, but it is my random Q&A. This is all the questions that are not about Cambridge and not about my new job. It is all the other questions that you guys want to know the answers to. I put a question thing on my Instagram account earlier this week where people could send in questions. This is quite a fun Q&A, like all the really fun questions are in this one, so let's get stuck in. Question 1 is, what's your favourite coffee order? I used to always order a caramel latte without fail, but I think literally in the last week, so this is hot off the press, breaking news, I've switched my coffee order to vanilla latte. I don't know why I never gave the vanilla syrup a chance. Next question is, what are your absolute best techniques for remembering complex concepts? I quite like to do blurts, or I call them blurts. I'm not sure if that's the technical name for them, but it's basically when I read some lecture notes with a complex concept and then I put the lecture notes away and try and blurt out all the key points of the concept on an A4 sheet of paper and then compare it and then correct the bits I got wrong and then go again and again and again, like writing it out repeatedly. Also, speaking it out loud really helps me. I don't care if I look like an idiot talking to myself. I will sit there and try explain it as if I was talking to someone else and explaining the concept to them. And sometimes I looked up YouTube videos on particular concepts. The style of the YouTube video, the voice of the person in the YouTube video just sticks in your mind. Next question, will you continue to film weekly vlogs even at your new workplace? I will not be vlogging on a regular basis in the office. I have to be careful with company confidentiality, client confidentiality, plus the fact there's going to be a lot of other people in the office eventually when we're finally in the office. It would be an absolute nightmare to get permissions for everyone to be in a video, and not everyone will necessarily want to feature in a video. However, last year when I was an intern, I did get permission to film a day in the life in the office, so I might be able to get that again. I'm not going to make any promises though, so we'll see where we go with it. I am going to be working from home to start with, so I'll be able to vlog a bit while I'm at home. Next question is, aren't you going to miss stars and physics in your new job? I fully intend on keeping up with my New Scientist magazines, going to public open astro lectures. I might even make some videos on astrophysics topics, you never know. I find it all really interesting, and just because it's not my day job doesn't mean I'm gonna completely drop it. I think I am going to enjoy studying something completely different full-time now, and I'm really looking forward to learning some more business finance stuff in the actuarial curriculum. Next question is, how many countries have you been to? Let me just count. Portugal, I've been to a lot because I used to have family who lived in Portugal. Spain, Croatia, Italy, France, Belgium, Montenegro, USA, because I went to Florida with my family. Oh, I've technically driven through Germany. Haven't stopped off there. Have I missed any? Did I say Austria? I went on a tour with my concert band to Austria. So yeah, I've been to lots of European countries and Florida. I would definitely like to travel more, get out of Europe a bit more when I can. Next question, how are your friends at Cambridge? Missing them and their pranks. They're good. I miss them too, but not their pranks. I'm doing quite all right without their pranks. The majority of them are going back to Cambridge for another year, so they're all going to be reunited very, very soon. I've got a little bit of FOMO, I won't lie. I think I would feel better if I was actually moving out and working in an office myself in my new job, but obviously I'm working from home and I'm still living with my parents, so it kind of feels like I'm stuck at home while all my friends are just getting to go back to normal and go back to uni and move back in together. But you know, I've chosen a different path for myself and I'm going to visit eventually. I will visit. Next question, how did you improve your editing skills? I'm glad you think my editing skills have improved, thank you for that. I have just made lots of videos. Is all I did. It's just practice. I am not the best editor you will find, but I'm better than when I started. I've never done very sophisticated editing for my videos, I guess because I like to do vlogs and very realistic, authentic content, and I feel like the minimal editing style lends itself quite well to that. I did not like changing editing software at all. I started with iMovie and then changed to Final Cut Pro, and it took me quite a while to completely transition to Final Cut Pro. I kept starting my edit in iMovie and then exporting to Final Cut Pro. You can watch YouTube videos on controls and stuff when you start out using new editing software. That can be beneficial, but I think the best way to improve your editing is just to get stuck into it. Next question, does YouTube take you a lot of time? Like sort of a part-time job? YouTube is time consuming, but it's a hobby, so I don't find it a drag in any way. I'm never looking at my watch during filming or editing thinking, oh, I wish I could be doing something else. I do YouTube because I enjoy it. Although obviously some of you will know I do make money from YouTube. I just never view it as a job. The money is an added benefit. Like, I would do YouTube even if I didn't earn money from it. I'm so grateful for it, and yeah. Next question is, how's your new dog? Is he being completely spoilt? For those of you who don't know, my family adopted a dog called Buster 5 weeks ago now, and he's doing so good. He settled in so quickly. He loves his walks, he loves playing fetch, and he always snuggles up to us in the evenings. He does have separation anxiety though. He gets very upset if anyone leaves the house. Even if you go out for just 5 minutes and then come back, he greets you like he hasn't seen you in years. The next question is, would you ever sell any merchandise, supplies, or things fans can buy? Only if I thought of something that people would genuinely want to buy. I wouldn't ever just do it for the sake of it, you know? Also, I don't like the word fan. I call you guys viewers. The thought of having fans is weird. I think the reason I haven't really explored the merchandise product release area before is because it would take so much admin power, and I've been busy being a full-time student. Next question is, what were your friends' views on you vlogging when you started uni? This is a funny story actually. So in my first week at university, I never vlogged in front of people because I was too embarrassed. I released my first vlog probably about a week in, and in my first vlog I included some photos of myself and some of my staircase mates. I probably should have checked with them first if they were okay with me putting it up on YouTube, but I didn't. I had a knock on my door one day, and I remember Will being at the door saying, "We know." He showed me his phone and was like, "What's this?" And someone he'd met in lectures or labs had sent him this screenshot of the video which he featured in, and that was the first he heard of it. And it's crazy looking back that my video was kind of seen by other people in the cohort. But yeah, it got back to my friends, and I think it was Will and possibly Ed was there as well. I kind of brushed it off. I played it cool. I was like, oh yeah, I vlogged. Did I not tell you about this? Really, I was quite embarrassed, but I didn't want to show it, so I kind of acted cool about it. After that, they were always very keen to be in the videos. They absolutely loved it. The next question is, how do you organise the apps on your phone? Okay, I'm filming on my phone right now, but I will put a screen recording here so you can see. The apps are all in folders, which I feel is quite predictable for me. I like to have a good filing system, and I also like to have all the icons on one page. The next question is, where do you see yourself in 10 years? I was talking about this with friends and family recently actually. In 10 years time, I will be 31. First thing on my agenda, right, for my adult life is to build my career. So I hope I will have progressed. Hopefully I will be a qualified actuary. It would be nice to have met my partner by then. I definitely do want children at some point. I'd probably in my 30s, I'd say I'd like to have children. Okay, the camera just cut out and I was really worried I'd lost all my footage there, but we're okay. Back to it, where was I? Oh yeah, where do you see yourself in 10 years? It does kind of worry me that I want to be married in 10 years because that literally only gives me 10 years to find my future husband, you know? Like, that's not long. But there's also the thing that everyone goes through life at their own pace, so I'm not gonna worry too much about the future. I'm just gonna go with the flow, you know? Next question is, how do you prepare your first CV? I guess look at the type of jobs you're applying for and the skill sets they are looking for, and then find examples of when you have demonstrated those skills in your life to date, and then list that experience and those skill sets on the CV in a brief manner. It really should be like 1 page or 2 pages maximum. I think the key thing with CVs is tailoring them to the job you're applying for. Next question is, what A-levels and GCSEs did you do? Okay, so these are the subjects I took at school in England. For GCSEs, I took, apart from the compulsory ones like English and maths, I took triple science, so extra science, drama and history. And as a language, I did French. And then for A-levels, I went for maths, further maths, physics and chemistry. Okay, so the next question I wasn't really going to answer because it's not too relevant to my channel. To be honest, it's quite an uninteresting answer, but a lot of people asked it. Literally, it was the question that came up so many times compared to all the other questions I got for this Q&A, and it is, do you have a boyfriend? And the answer is no. Next question, at what age did you truly begin your want to work hard academically? Literally, when I was in nursery at 2.5, 3 years old, I was competitive and wanted to be the best. And kind of all through primary school, I loved getting praise from teachers. It was the best feeling when the teacher gave me extra work to do compared to the rest of the class. Sometimes I got given an extra long book to read, and I remember marching up to my teacher when I'd finished the book and handing it to her and saying, I finished it. I was such a teacher's pet. I don't know, I think I just was a competitive child and that's where it stemmed from, and I liked to please. I was keen to please teachers. Next question, do you have your own car? I do, I just bought my first car. I'm very excited. The car I used to drive technically belonged to my dad. He bought it and then allowed myself and my sister to drive it. But since I'm moving out soon and I'm getting a job, I have now purchased my very own car with my own money. It's a Nissan Juke. It was my auntie's car and she sold it to me now for a reasonable price. Soon it's going to look so funky. At the moment it's just grey, but I want to get some parts of it wrapped because I really want a pink or a purple car. And kind of the main incentive for buying a car is so I can drive up to Cambridge regularly. Also, when I move out, I'm going to want to drive backwards and forwards between my new place and my hometown. So yes, a car is going to be very useful. The next question is, do you actually enjoy studying? Yeah, I think I actually do, as long as the subject I'm studying is something I find interesting. And I think the biggest kick I get is when I look back on the courses I've completed and the exams I've sat, and I think of all the knowledge I accumulated in that time, and I'm like, yeah, the studying was worth it. And that is it for this Q&A. I have got through all the questions and it's going to be my dinner time very soon, so I'm going to head off. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow my Instagram. More videos are coming soon, and yeah, bye.